Hello everyone, welcome to Excel Dose. In today's video, I will show you how to create a mobile app using Google Sheet. If you don't know coding or if you don't know how the coding works, so this is one of the easiest way to create a very simple and the rich context mobile app. So without wasting any time, so let's get started with the video. So as you can see, I already have one app which is named as an app sheet. So if I open this one, so you can see here the app open like this. So it's actually the basically a clinic appointment application, so which having a four different tabs. The first one is the new entry, so where you can enter any of the new patient who is visiting a doctor. So suppose there is a new person which is like Jared, and his last name is Hims, and his gender male, and the date of birth is will select 2000 January and select done. And now if I enter the phone number, which is 123456789, and if I move to the next one, you can see here it's showing as a invalid phone number. So it means we have to enter the 10-digit phone number only. So I will add additional number which is 0. So now you can see it's not showing any error. Now the next is visiting doctor, so I will select the visiting doctor as Dr. Smith and done. Diagnose, it could be journal or anything. And visiting date, I will say today's date, which is 15. So click done and then click on save. Now you can see here in the database the new entry will be automatically updated. Now you can see here Jared Hames, male, and visiting date is 15. And also in the mobile app, if you can see here in the appointment section, his entry is also showing. So the appointment section, how it works is it fetch only the data for that particular specific date. So today is 15, so it's showing all the appointment which are occurring on 15th date. So the next tab is reschedule. So suppose there is a one person who wants to reschedule his appointment, okay, but there are the chances that this with the same name there are the multiple people, like you can see here in the row number 3 and as well as the row number 6 there are two Jessicas, right? So they are visiting different doctors, right? So in this section reschedule, you can search it by using the mobile number. So I have entered this one Jared Hims entry, so his phone number is 12345. So I will search the same thing here, 12345. Now you can see I'm getting only Jared Hims entry. So what I have to do is I have to simply click on this pencil icon and I will change the visiting date to 17 and then done, and then simply click on save. So now what will happen is this will automatically remove from this appointment section, as well as it also update the data in the visiting date, right? So and the last tab is like history. In the history section you can see all the patient who have visited the doctors or your office, right? Now you can see it's showing all the patient who have visited on date 14th Jan 2022. So if I click on any of these detail, I can see the complete detail of that person, to whom he is visited, his mobile number, everything, right? So this is how this particular apps work. So now I will walk you through how to create this very simple and rich context mobile app without knowing any coding. So as you can see, we have a one Google Sheet, which is our main database for our application. So it is having a three different tab. The first is enter patient detail, and the second is appointment, and third is history. So in the first tab, enter patient details. So whatever the data we are adding through the mobile app, that get added in this particular tab or the sheet itself. In the same way, for the appointment section, we are using the filter function because we have to show only that those entry which are happening or occurring on that particular date. For that we are using the filter function. So let me remove the filter function here first. So how to use the filter function? We have to type equal to and then type filter. Now first we have to give the reference from where we want to take the data. So I have to take the data from this tab. So I will select this one data and then comma. Now we have to apply the condition. We have to apply the condition on visiting date equal to today's date. So for that we have to select the column I equal to today's date, today, and then we'll close the bracket. Now you can see it's showing all the data which is happening on that particular date. In the same way, history tab also we are using the same data. So you can see here we are also using the filter function, but instead of using equal to sign we are using less than sign, so that we can show the previous day's data, right? So now let's get started with the building our app. First I will create a copy of this data, or you can say the backend. So let me create that one. So I will remove this complete data because anyhow we have to enter the fresh data here. So and I will give the name of the application as clinic appointment. And then once that is done, what we have to do is we have to simply click on extension, and here you can see app sheet. Click on this one and then click on create an app. Either you can create an app using your own database, or you can choose using a view sample apps also. So I will go with the create an app, then simply click on this one. So if you're using it first time, it might ask you for the authorization. You have to give the authorization so that it can fetch the data or the header from the table, right? So now you can see it landed into the column section. So column section is nothing actually. So whatever the data, you have a header here, so it will show all those header in this one. Now you can see enter patient details. It's showing me this particular table or the tab. So what we have to do is first we have to rephrase it, or for that click on this one. It will go to this section. Now make sure first thing is unique ID. Make sure it's having a type as text and it is marked as a key, because it is a unique identity, right? And I don't want to show this one. And edit it is yes. Now the same way, first name is name, last name is also name. Gender is, for gender we have to show the list. For that we have to use enum list, and then click on this pencil icon, and in the value section we have to add male and female, right? So male and then female, and then it should be a button type. So I will input mode as buttons, so I will mark it as a done, right? And then we have to check date of birth, date, phone number, visiting doctor. So again this is like enum list, so I will select that enum list and then click on pencil icon. Values will be Dr. Smith and Dr. Lisa. You can update it based on your requirement, and that will be a drop down. Input mode will be a drop down because we have to select the value from the drop down, and click on done. And then visiting date is same date. So now again go to this one phone number, because for phone number we have to apply one condition, that number should be equal to 10. For that what we have to do is we have to simply click on this pencil icon, click on data validity and valid if Now here we'll type a formula which is like length, then square bracket, bracket, and then square bracket underscore this square bracket close, bracket also close, equal to 10. So if it is match, then it's fine. If it is not match, then what should be the next step? For that, what we have to do is we will save this one, and invalid value error. For that, if it is not valid, so we have to show the error message which is like enter valid phone number, and then we'll save it. So, and then we'll mark it as a done also. So now let's scroll right hand side. So if you want to make a changes to this one, like show, if you want to show unique ID, you can click on this one, otherwise you can uncheck also. So now let's scroll right hand side again. So for the search, what we have to do is we have to search based on the phone number, because name could be the same across multiple entries, right? So I will uncheck all, but I will check only the phone number. So phone number in this column, row, sorry. So we'll see, yeah, phone number is in this row, right? So once it is done, just save this one. So whatever the changes you are making, make sure you are saving it also. And now we'll go to the UX section to create a view. So now you can see here it's showing as a primary view as enter patient details. So we have to simply click on this one, and view name, so whatever the name is coming here, it's the same. So I will change this to new entry. Now you can see that is also updated here also. Now for this data, we have to enter the data in this particular sheet, which is enter patient details, right? So, and the view type will be form, because we have to create a form here. Now you can see the form is coming like this, right? And let's scroll a bit down, because we have to give the logo also, because currently it's showing this one as a logo. So I will create a new icon which is like new. So I will go with this one, external link. This is external link. Will not use this one, will use this one, plus symbol. Okay, so that now, well, let's see first how it look like. So it's like showing this one, new entry. That's fine. Later also we can change it. So we'll save this one. So we'll go to the data section again, because I forget one of the thing. So if I click on new entry, you can see it's not showing here the star mark, because every entry should be required. So first name is also required, last name is also required. So whatever the required field, you can check those also. So and then click on save. So let's see if this form is working or not. So let me use a test. Last name is also test. The male, date of birth is, will go with the same date. The phone number, I will just randomly add this thing to see if it's showing error message. Yes, it's showing error message. So we have to validate the number. We have to type 10 digit, which is like 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 0. So it's like a 10 digit. The visiting doctor is Dr. Smith. Mark as done. Diagnose is general, and visiting date is today's date. So we'll just simply mark it as a save. So now what will happen is, let's see if it is updated in the backend or not. So it might take a few seconds. Now you can see the data is added in the backend sheet. So it means our form is working fine, right? So now we'll create another tabs which is like appointment, reschedule, as well as the history. For that, what we have to do is we have to click on data section, then click on tables, because we already have a two tabs, right? Appointments and the history, right? So we'll call those tables. Like first is add table appointment, so I will select this one. So for this appointment section, we have to just simply read the data, not to update anything. So I will select only the read only, and the view column, that remains the same, so no need to make any changes in that. Phone number, it's showing error, so we'll make to phone, and then let's save this also. Okay, so this is done. In the same way, we have to add another table which is a history, right? So history also will click on that and make sure that is also read only, right? And click on view columns, and phone number is phone, yes, that's fine. Okay, we'll save this one also. So now we need those tabs here in the downside. For that, what we have to do is we have to go to the UX section, and now we have to add here new view. So I will add new view which is like history. Okay, first we'll create a appointment, so we'll select the form for this data appointment and change the name to appointment, and let's see how it look like. Not allow new entries, yes, so that's fine because it does not allow entry. So we'll go with the dex sign. So let's see, now you can see it's showing the values. So now let me save this also. Now you can see here in the down end side it's not showing that table or the header. For that, what we have to do is we'll mark it as a center so that it will show here. Now you can see appointment is coming like this, and if I click on new entry, it will show the form. If we go back, now we can see the appointment also, right? So then sort it based on visiting date ascending. So based on your requirement also you can make the changes. Now for the display we have to give the logo also. For that I will go for the appointment, so we'll just select this one. Yeah, it's coming like this. So next we have to create another view which is like history. So you can see the suggestion is also coming here, so we'll select simply this one, and it will be a history, and it will select the data from the history tab, and that will be in the table format, and that is in the right hand side. You can see history is coming this way, right? Since it's not having any data, so that's the reason it's showing as a blank. So we'll sort it based on the visiting date ascending, and now we have to give the icon also. For the icon I will give type here history, so I will go with this one. Oh, let's see, yeah, it's also updated. So we are almost done with the three tabs. One, we have created the new entry form, and the second is appointment, and the third is like history. Okay, now we have to create a last tab which is related to reschedule the appointment, right? So for that, what we have to do is we have to click on new view again. So instead of reschedule, I will type it as edit or the modify, and that changes should be happen in the enter patient details, because we have to update every entry in this particular tab only, right? So that's the reason we are selecting for this data as a enter patient details, and that will be like deck format. So I will go with the deck format so that I can see here the pencil icon to edit the data, right? And that could be in the rightmost or the right. Based on your requirement you can make the changes also. I will go with the rightmost. Okay, right, center, let's see. Okay, it's almost, yeah, it's coming. And so you can also sort it by based on visiting date, and then we'll click on save. Okay, because our application is almost done. So now we have to make few changes to the view section. For that, what we have to do is we have to go to the data section again, not data sections, info tab, and we have to edit the logo because application should have their logo. So in the theme we'll go with the light primary color, this one. App logo, I will go with this home icon, and let's scroll down. Now we can see here there is a header and the footer. Show view name in header. So what does it mean is, so whatever the tab we have selected, that will also show here. So if I go to the appointment section, that also get updated. Now we also want to show the logo. So now you can see the logo is also coming. Style, I will go with the accelerated footer so that it can show like which tab is selected, right? So this is also done. So let me save this one. So now we'll add a new entry and make the changes, also reschedule the appointment for some other day. So I will go with the John as an entry, T, and that is a male, date of birth. We'll select, we'll go with the same date, but instead of 2020, we'll go with the 2000, and the phone number 567 or something like this. Okay, it's showing that is a valid. Now I will remove this one. Okay, now it's a valid phone number. We'll select the doctor, which is like Dr. Lisa. Done. Diagnose journal, and visiting date 15, that is a today's date. Now you can see we are getting appointment for those two dates, right? There are two appointment for that particular date, right? So let's see if it also updated in the backend. Yes, it's also updated in the backend. So now we have to see like if this search option is working or not. So maybe John is not coming on today's date, he coming on some other date, right? So we have to search it based on his mobile number, so which is like 564. I will search this one, 564. So now you can see we are getting entry of John only. So we'll simply click on edit and then change the date to 18, and then we'll save it. So let's see if it removed from the appointment section also. Yes, it removed from the appointment section. In the backend also the date has been changed. Now we have to test if history function is working or not. For that I will change the date to 13 in the backend to just see the history. Now we'll click on history and let me refresh this app. Now you can see we are getting the data in this way, right? And make sure it's not updated through this one. We are see only the full detail of that particular date or the data, right? So it's working fine. So now since it is already working on the web, now if you want to run this application over the mobile, so what you have to do is you have to simply click on this one not this one, you can share with your colleagues or your office staff, and then you can enter their email address, so they will get the notification that you have shared this web application with them. So if once they will click on that one, they can install in their mobile, and then they can run the application through their mobile. So this is how you can create a very simple and the rich text mobile app using a Google Sheet. So for this particular app, I have already shared the link in video description. If you want to use this application, you can simply click on that one and use this application. I hope you like this video. Please like, comment and subscribe to Excel Dose. Thank you so much for watching.